Everyone knows about the famous London detective Sherlock Holmes and his companion John Watson. Their relationship is one of the best known throughout literature. The timeless series was written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle from 1880 to 1914 and has been portrayed in countless movies, theater productions, and TV shows. The series has a huge fan base and has spawned many societies and clubs, such as the Sherlock Holmes Society in London and the Baker Street Irregulars in New York. There are 2 Sherlock Holmes museums, one on Baker Street in London and another in Merrigan, Switzerland. Even the UK police forces have paid tribute to the famous consulting detective, naming an information technology system after him, Holmes 2, Home Office Large Major Inquiry System. But how did it all start? Sherlock Holmes was in fact based off of a real person, Dr. Joseph Bell. Conan Doyle met Dr. Bell in 1877 at the University of Edinburgh Medical School. He had Bell as a professor and later served as an assistant in his lab. Dr. Bell was known for his ability to quickly deduce a great deal about a patient from the way they moved, walked, talked, and from his hands and tattoos. The first Sherlock Holmes novel, A Study in Scarlet, was published in 1887. The story begins with the return of Dr. John Watson from the Anglo-Afghan War. Due to a shoulder injury, he is forced to retire and begins looking for a place to live in London. Watson's friend Stamford introduces him to the self-proclaimed consulting detective, and after some discussion, Holmes and Watson agree to split the rent at a flat at 221B Baker Street. Holmes soon invites Watson to accompany him as he investigates the crime scene. And so a great friendship and partnership is born. Holmes and Watson first appeared on film in The Return of Sherlock Holmes in 1929. It was written by Basil Dean and starred Clive Brooks. Since then, Sherlock Holmes has been played by 74 actors in over 210 films, leading him to become listed as the most portrayed movie character in the Guinness Book of World Records.
It can't be Sherlock Holmes. He's dead.
Is he, Norman? I doubt it. But if you were to say to me tomorrow, Sherlock Holmes is dead.
The instrument of death was a spider, there's no doubt about it, Lestrade.
Notable Holmes and Watson duos include Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce from 1939 to 1946, Jeremy Brett and David Burke, who was later replaced by Edward Hardwicke from 1984 to 1994, Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law in the 2009 film, and Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman in the most recent adaptation, which premiered on BBC One on July 25, 2010. These Sherlocks and Watsons have evolved with their audiences over the years.
That's it, big man. You won, congratulations.
All right, we ain't done yet.
This mustn't register on an emotional level. First, distract target. Then block his blind jab. Counter with cross to left cheek. Discombobulate. Dazed, will attempt wild haymaker. Weaken right jaw. Now fracture. Break cracked ribs. Heel kick to diaphragm. In summary, ears ringing, jaw fractured, 3 ribs cracked, 4 broken, diaphragm hemorrhaging. Physical recovery 6 weeks. Full psychological recovery 6 months. Capacity to spit it back of head neutralized.
The most recent adaptation on BBC One has excited and pleased classic Sherlockians while generating a new devout and slightly crazy fan base. Fans get very into the show, running fan sites, doing podcasts and cosplays, writing fan fictions, drawing comics and art, and even composing songs.
You're lying on the sofa in the incandescent glow of the mess of books and furniture I've learned to call home. I find your hands are steepled and your silver eyes are closed. It's no elementary problem, says a voice I've come to know. I hear you sigh, the loudest sigh, and I jest that it's bizarre. You said that breathing's boring, oh what a hypocrite you are. And when the puzzle's broken, the cipher is your scar. And when your eyes fly open, they're burning like the stars. Oh, Mr. Holmes, let us meet with the ghosts of Baker Street, where the criminals and outlaws are left falling at your feet. To the game we make a vow, chasing cabs and old bloodhounds, 'cause no one's safe in London town. Ooh, every day's a marvel when you're living with this man. We'll spinning through the city, try and catch us if you can. In the depths of boredom, he's shooting at the walls. He needn't ever speak a word, the bullets say it all. But what life will lead within this never-ending war? 'Cause when you walk with Sherlock Holmes, you see the battlefield and more. We've brushed the blindest beggars and played the greatest games. Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, don't you dare forget those names. Oh.
In short, the dynamic duo who first appeared in 1880 don't seem to be losing any of their popularity as the years go by. Something about them seems to capture the imagination of billions of fans across generations.